We do have a power-packed agenda today, so we're going to get right into it. Here's what's in store. I'll make some introductions in a minute, but we'll give you an update in the market. The last time we saw you guys here was in August of 2015. I'll mention that in a minute. Most of our time is going to be spent going through a live demo, Steel Connect and the SD-WAN solution. We've got some folks here. We'd like to we'll take a moment to specifically remind everybody at home and yourselves how you can get access to the Steel Connect SD-WAN solution via the free trial. We're going to spend some time talking about SD-WAN and the data center. And we have some announcements to make there, and our colleagues are going to be talking through some of the considerations and challenges that might not be as spoken about in the industry related to integrating SD-WAN and data center. Application. We're going to talk about how SD-WAN plus WAN optimization is like Batman and Robin. It's like peanut butter and jelly. It's like cookies and milk. And you need them together if you want to have app centricity end to end. If we have time, we'll do a fun bit on programmability, and we're calling that voice-defined WAN. And then we'll have I hope to have some time, we should have some time to go through what's coming next in 2017. So this is your team from Riverbed today that's going to be presenting. We didn't all have official headshots, so we went to findmydoppelganger.com, and that's what came up. So Aziz Azari was not able to make it, but we have Vivek Ganti over here. Eric Estrada, we were hoping to see show up, but instead we have Z Kalab, technical director. Help me with the name on this one.
Chayun Fat, and just as handsome too.
Chayun Fat couldn't make it. We really tried. Han Song Bae, our CTO, is here. And then this is Cole Meany, who's a well-known character actor, a lot of the gangster. Exactly, right? So we couldn't get him, but we do have Kevin Glavin. And apparently I'm playing the role of Imhotep, who's been dead for a long time or resurfaces in movies about mummies and things. So that is your team today. Like I said, we were here in August of 2015, and we really appreciated that opportunity, and it was the first time we did something different. Usually a company is going to announce big things or start making awareness about big initiatives they're going after with traditional press releases and a press tour and all that. But we used this as the forum, and it was the first time that we said Riverbed is very much interested in the SD-WAN space. We're dedicating an entire separate team of folks to go after and build some new technology from scratch. We talked about it as Project Tiger, and that was really the beginning of our journey in the market and building a lot of awareness. And many of you, I think, were here. I see some familiar faces from that day. We've been really busy since then, so we've kept the foot on the gas pedal. In 2016, to kick the whole thing off, we accelerated and expanded what we were up to organically within our engineering team through an acquisition of a company called Ocedo. And this was a company that was based in Germany. They were known by analysts in the field within SD-WAN as an interesting player in this space because this is a quote from Gartner out of their market guide for software-defined WAN in December 2015. They specifically called out that this was a company that was thinking about all of branch networking and cloud networking. So it wasn't just sort of a pure play hybrid WAN, SD-WAN type use case blending, say internet broadband with MPLS. Certainly was part of that, but their portfolio also had switches and Wi-Fi access points, and they had done a lot of good work in automating the connectivity into the cloud. And that was really exciting for us because we were focusing a lot on some of the nuts and bolts of the hybrid WAN concepts, the data center integration, how to integrate it with WAN optimization, so it was incredibly complementary. And very quickly after we closed that acquisition and they came on board, we took a lot of their technology, we added some of our secret sauce in terms of app centricity and app identification capabilities, and we launched the product in April. And we did it under an early access phase of the program. We opened up a free trial at that point, and we started to get a lot of interest from the community, and we thank everyone who has signed up for the early access. And that continued all the way into, we did a roadshow. So we went out and we started telling the world and showing them what's the experience that networking should be like in a cloud era. Something that, part of the narrative is it's been left behind, 1980s type technology with, CLI codes and these cryptic arcane commands that are really far away from the language of business. And so we went on this roadshow, and then we launched the general availability version of the product in September in New York. So this is a quick picture of what that system is now. So getting into the technology. It is a unified collection. It's a unified system. It's not just one product, it's several products that are all working together through a unified, centralized management portal. That includes secure WAN gateways. Built into this is the technology to do intelligent path steering as well as next generation firewall. There's the capabilities to click a single button to extend connectivity into the cloud. We supported AWS for some time, and we have a new announcement to make today around Microsoft Azure. Of course, you can download virtual machine versions of this technology. And there's these accessories in the branch as well, switches and Wi-Fi access points. And that really lets you extend this whole concept of orchestration and policy into your network past the WAN. So we kind of think about the world in this distributed cloud era as you've got data center networking, and then there's pretty much everything else. There's getting to the cloud, there's getting to the branch, and then once you're in the branch, there's getting to the end user. And so all of that we think should be part of the same software-defined approach to networking. To touch on that a little bit more, just to hammer home 3 concepts, and I'll do it quickly. The first one that I think differentiates the Steel Connect solution from others out in the market is around this idea of unified and ubiquitous connectivity. So it's what I just said. Cloud, WAN, and LAN, right? All having the same fabric of connectivity and responding to the same orchestration from a software-defined perspective. And that orchestration is done in a new language. So the new primitives of networking are much more closely aligned to the language of business, and you'll see this in the demonstration that the team goes through. Applications, users, location, where are they? What's your performance SLA? What's your security constraint? These are things that business and IT should be able to talk about, and now with this system, you can implement those conversations very quickly. And then lastly, around the cloud-centric workflow. And in the world of SD-WAN, you often hear about zero-touch provisioning. And I think that this is another place where there's a differentiator in this solution relative to others, where the system is sort of takes the idea of zero-touch deployment to its logical conclusion. One where you can literally configure everything about an appliance, have it be part of the overall system, even start doing some automation in terms of plumbing that's needed once that box comes online. And then the last step is to ship the box. There's no need for staging to that location. Once it comes online, everything that you've pre-configured is updated to that appliance, and you don't need to then start doing or finish doing the configuration. And you'll see that in the demonstration as well. So here we are. It's been a busy year. A lot of technology. Engineering's been busy. We've been on the road, spreading the word. And so we've been launching new products, building new products, and now we're entering 2017. And what I can say from a market perspective is that the market is definitely disrupting. We at this point, when we add up the customers that we inherited through Aceto, net new customers that came to purchase the Steel Connect solution this past year, the customers that have come to know Steel Connect through cloud marketplace like AWS. There's a whole swath of those that go directly there to start building their cloud-first networks, as well as the customers that we have had running the Steelhead-based hybrid path selection. There's 300 customers that we're entering 2017 with, and there's over 1,600 people that have signed up for a free trial. So the market is definitely hot, and we are keeping the foot on the gas pedal again in 2017. And so you'll hear a good amount of that today. 3 key announcements. Like I said, in August of 2015, we made the first announcements that we're even going after this space here. And I want to use this same forum for the first time to publicly announce that our support for one-click cloud networking into Microsoft Azure is now available. For those of you that do have a free trial account, you might have seen an email come in December, right? We work in a very agile engineering development and delivery process, and that feature actually showed up in the overall system at the very end of last year. But this is the first time that we're publicly announcing it in this forum. And this is great because now you don't have to think of these clouds as separate entities. This is all part of the same unified fabric. Hybrid cloud, intra-cloud, intra-region cloud within a given vendor, and now inter-cloud across vendors, all part of the same policy framework. The second announcement is that also generally available is the new SDI 5030 model gateway. This is a data center class SD-WAN gateway. And what's interesting about this is that it interfaces directly with the Riverbed Interceptor, and you're going to hear Z go into a whole discussion around that. And this really helps eliminate a lot of the disruptiveness that can happen in trying to bring SD-WAN into really complex and security-conscious data centers. And then lastly, number 3 is, for those of you that might have been following along at our Disrupt conference or even before, Project Catfish has been this project to unify our industry-leading WAN optimization with the SteelConnect SD-WAN, and that is now available as well as of last week on Tuesday. Actually, it was shipping in Q4 as well. But this brings together, it's a converged appliance, which means that you now have a number of ways to have seamless integration between the SD-WAN components of Riverbed and the WAN optimization, and we'll talk more about that in this agenda.